Have you ever wondered why some people can walk into a room and instantly command respect without saying a single word? Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of nonverbal dominance, the subtle yet powerful body language techniques that make people naturally want to listen to you and respect your presence. These aren't about being aggressive or intimidating, they're about embodying genuine authority through your physical presence. Here's something fascinating that most people don't realize about commanding respect. Your brain is actually processing nonverbal signals before you even register what someone is saying. It's like having a silent conversation that's even more important than the verbal one. Research shows that within just 7 seconds of meeting someone, people have already formed powerful impressions about dominance and authority. Think about that. 7 seconds to establish your position in any interaction. This isn't just some modern social construct. It's deeply wired into our DNA from thousands of years of evolution, where quickly assessing power dynamics could mean the difference between life and death. Before we dive into specific techniques, let's understand the 4 fundamental pillars that make up nonverbal dominance. Think of these as the foundation of your power presence. First, postural command. How you carry yourself creates an immediate impact on others' perception of your authority. This isn't just about standing straight, it's about owning your vertical space. Second, space mastery. Dominant individuals naturally control and command the space around them. They don't shrink or apologize for taking up space, they utilize it strategically. Third, gestural control. Your hand movements and gestures either reinforce or undermine your authority. Controlled, purposeful movements signal confidence and competence. And fourth, eye engagement. The ability to maintain appropriate eye contact without staring or flinching is a cornerstone of non-verbal power. It's about finding that sweet spot between engagement and intimidation. Now, let's break down the exact blueprints for power stances that command attention and respect in any situation. These aren't just poses. They're strategic positions that trigger subconscious responses in others. Let's start with the foundation stance. This is your go-to position for any professional situation. Plant your feet shoulder-width apart, creating a stable base that literally grounds your authority. This isn't just about stability, it's about claiming your territory. Your weight should be evenly distributed, allowing you to move smoothly and confidently without swaying or shifting uncomfortably. Keep your shoulders back but relaxed. Imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. This creates height without tension, a key marker of natural authority. Next is the leadership position, perfect for meetings and collaborative situations. Position yourself at a 45-degree angle to your audience or conversation partner. This stance is both engaging and strategically dominant. Master the strategic lean-in. A slight forward tilt from the hips shows engagement while maintaining your power position. Think of it as pulling others into your sphere of influence. Maintain an open chest position, facing the group or individual you're engaging with. This demonstrates confidence while remaining approachable. Finally, we have the territorial stance, ideal for networking or casual professional interactions. This stance is all about owning your space without apology. Create an invisible bubble around you that extends arm's length in all directions. Use balanced asymmetry, one hand on hip or in pocket, the other free for gesturing. This creates a relaxed but authoritative presence. Establish a controlled movement zone, the space where you can gesture and move without entering others' personal space or appearing fidgety. Now let's talk about the subtle signals that might be undermining your authority without you even realizing it. These are the body language tells that scream, "I'm not confident," to others. First up are self-pacifying gestures, things like touching your neck, playing with your hair, or adjusting your clothes repeatedly. These movements are literally your body trying to comfort itself, and they're like neon signs flashing, "I'm nervous," to everyone around you. Then there's the upward inflection pattern, where your voice goes up at the end of sentences, making statements sound like questions. This pattern is so common in today's workplace, but it's absolutely killing your authority. Think about it. Would you trust someone who sounds unsure about everything they're saying? Watch out for excessive nodding. I'm talking about those rapid-fire head bobs when someone else is speaking. One or two nods show engagement, but constant nodding screams, "Please like me," and diminishes your presence. Space-minimizing positions are particularly problematic. Crossing your ankles while standing, pulling your arms tight to your body, or trying to physically take up less space. These are all submissive signals, hardwired into our psychology. Finally, barrier-creating movements, crossing your arms, holding objects in front of your chest, or gripping your own hands. While these might feel comfortable, they're actually defensive positions that signal insecurity to others. Here's a crucial distinction that many people get wrong. Dominance is not the same as aggression. Let's break down the key differences that separate true authority from mere intimidation. On the left, we have the hallmarks of genuine dominance that commands respect. On the right, we'll see the aggressive signals that might get immediate compliance, but ultimately damage your influence. Dominant individuals move with purpose and deliberation. Their movements are smooth and controlled, like a big cat, powerful but never rushed. Aggressive body language is marked by sudden, jerky movements that signal a lack of emotional control. They understand the power of the pause. They're comfortable with silence and use it strategically to emphasize their points. Instead of engaging eye contact, they use intimidating stares that make others uncomfortable and trigger defensive responses. They maintain eye contact that connects rather than intimidates, engaging others while allowing natural breaks. They frequently use pointing or chopping hand gestures, which create psychological threats in the minds of others. Their gestures are open and inclusive, using palms-up movements that invite participation while maintaining authority. They consistently violate personal space boundaries, using proximity to intimidate rather than influence. They possess what I call confident stillness, the ability to remain composed and steady without fidgeting or constant movement. Their posture is unnaturally stiff and tense, revealing the underlying stress and effort of maintaining false dominance. I'm about to share with you one of the most powerful techniques I've discovered for maintaining dominance in any situation. It's called the 3-second reset, and it's a game changer for your non-verbal authority. The 3-second reset is your secret weapon for maintaining composure and power. Here's how it works. Whenever you feel your confidence wavering or you're about to enter an important situation, take exactly 3 seconds to reset your entire body position. In those 3 seconds, you'll adjust your posture, relax your shoulders, level your chin, and take a controlled breath. It's short enough to be unnoticeable to others, but long enough to completely transform your presence. This isn't just some arbitrary technique. Studies show that 3 seconds is the optimal time for your brain to shift from a reactive to a commanding state. Think of it as your power posture quick save. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked aspects of nonverbal dominance: how to strategically claim and control space in any environment. First, strategic furniture positioning. When you enter any room, immediately identify and move toward power positions. In a conference room, that's typically the center of the long side of the table. In a casual setting, it's positions that allow you to see both the entrance and the majority of the room. This isn't about being aggressive. It's about purposefully choosing positions that naturally command attention. Next is what I call the power radius concept. Imagine a circle extending about arm's length plus 6 inches around you. This is your power radius. The key is to move and gesture within their space, confidently, without apology. When others enter this space, don't retract or make yourself smaller. Instead, maintain your position while staying open and welcoming. Anchor points are specific locations in your environment that you can use to establish territory. These might be a table edge, a chair back, or even a spot on the wall. The technique is to occasionally connect with these points through touch or proximity, subtly marking them as part of your domain. Think of it like a lion casually patrolling their territory, confident but not threatening. Finally, dynamic space ownership means being able to maintain your presence even when moving through space. Walk with purpose, take deliberate paths rather than skirting around the edges of rooms, and when you stop, plant yourself firmly rather than shifting your weight uncomfortably. This shows you're comfortable claiming space even in transition. Your voice is an incredible tool for reinforcing your nonverbal dominance. Let's explore how specific vocal techniques can multiply the impact of your body language. Strategic pace variation is your secret weapon for commanding attention. Start with a slightly slower pace than your natural speaking rhythm, about 80% of your normal speed. Then, strategically speed up during less important points and slow down again for key messages. This pattern creates a natural hierarchy of importance in your speech that others subconsciously recognize and respect. Power pause placement is absolutely crucial. Most people rush to fill silence, but true authority embraces it. After making a strong point, pause for 2 full seconds. This isn't just empty space. It's giving your message weight and allowing others to absorb its importance. Think of it as placing verbal exclamation points in your speech. Resonance cultivation means speaking from your chest rather than your throat. Place your hand on your upper chest. You should feel vibration when you speak. This deeper resonance triggers subconscious associations with authority and confidence in your listeners. It's not about being louder, it's about finding that rich, full tone that naturally commands attention. Terminus strength refers to how you end your sentences. Many people trail off or let their voice fade, which undermines their authority. Instead, maintain your energy all the way through the last word of each sentence. Think of each sentence as having a clear, defined endpoint, rather than a gradual fade out. Volume dynamics doesn't mean being the loudest person in the room. Instead, it's about strategic contrast. Speak at a comfortable volume that others can easily hear, then slightly reduce your volume to draw people in during important points. This creates engagement without aggression and makes others lean into what you're saying, literally and figuratively. Now that you've mastered these techniques, let's talk about the critical moments when applying them matters most, the situations where proper nonverbal dominance can completely change the outcome. First impressions are make or break moments. The instant you enter a new environment, whether it's a job interview, a client meeting, or a networking event, you have about 7 seconds to establish your authority. This is when you'll want to employ your foundation stance and power radius concept immediately. Don't wait to warm up. Your dominance needs to be present from the very first moment. Conflict situations are when your non-verbal skills face their ultimate test. When tension rises, most people either become aggressive or submissive. This is your opportunity to demonstrate true dominance by maintaining composed power. Use your 3-second reset, engage your resonant voice, and maintain your space without invading others. Leadership transitions, whether you're taking on a new role or presenting to senior management, require a delicate balance. These moments call for what I call elevated presence, combining your territorial stance with strategic pace, variation in your speech. You're not just showing authority, you're demonstrating that you belong at the next level. High-stakes meetings are where all these elements come together. Whether you're making a crucial presentation or negotiating a deal, these are the moments when every non-verbal signal matters. Focus on your power pause placement, maintain your anchor points, and use your volume dynamics to guide the room's attention exactly where you want it. Let's talk about what happens when you consistently apply these non-verbal dominance techniques in your daily life. This isn't just about individual moments, it's about transforming your entire presence. First, you'll experience what I call the confidence feedback loop. When you maintain these power positions and techniques, your body actually starts producing more testosterone and less cortisol. This naturally boosts your confidence, which in turn makes these dominant behaviors feel more natural. It's a wonderful upward spiral of increasing authority and genuine confidence. What's really beautiful about this journey is how it builds authentic authority. Unlike fake power plays or aggressive dominance, these techniques help you express your natural leadership presence. People aren't just complying with your requests, they're genuinely wanting to follow your lead because they sense your genuine, grounded authority. Then there's the ripple effect. As your presence becomes more commanding, you'll notice others responding differently, not just in the moment, but in all their interactions with you. Meetings get scheduled faster, your ideas gain more traction, and people naturally seek your opinion more often. This effect ripples out to create long-term changes in how you're perceived and treated. What you're developing here is your new power presence. This isn't a mask you put on for important meetings. It becomes your natural way of being. Imagine walking into any room, any situation, and naturally commanding respect without saying a word. That's not just confidence, that's lasting impact.